It's that time of year again. Days are growing shorter, leaves are changing color, and autumn is upon us. Unfortunately, that also means that time is running out to take advantage of this year's farmers markets. We'll let you know when the deadline is. Good afternoon, I'm Jessica Ritchie.
And I'm Dustin Kocha. Looking for a new challenge in life? Have you ever considered running a marathon in every state? We talked to a man who's just doing that. You're watching the Omaha News.
This is the Omaha News, presented by the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, from the studios of UNO Television.
President Obama and billionaire Warren Buffett have been pressing Congress to adopt a new law known as the Buffett Rule. If adopted, the new law would increase the tax rate paid by the incredibly wealthy. Buffett has referenced the fact that he pays a lower tax rate than his secretary. How? Investors pay a lower tax rate on investment returns than regular income. With enough investment returns, a wealthy investor's tax rate averages out to a lower rate than the normal income tax rate. Compared to the rest of the nation, Nebraska overall hasn't been hit terribly hard by the economy turmoil over the last year or so. But that doesn't mean hard times haven't hit home at all. I talked with some locals about their struggles with poverty.
Times are tough. The economy is the worst that it's been since 1965, when President Lyndon B. Johnson launched the War on Poverty. People from every city and every state have felt the effects. More and more people like Tori French are feeling the pain in our own city.
I'm being evicted from my apartment, and I have no place to live. I have no family here, and I have nobody to go to.
Unfortunately, there are too many others that are in Tori's situation. The Census Bureau recently reported that 1 out of every 6 people in the United States lives in poverty, and 9% are jobless. And it's not just the uneducated who are suffering, says jobless Omaha native Lori Harris.
A lot of people that I know that were working class people that have educations, degrees. These are people with master's degrees. They're not working.
No jobs often leads to another problem: no health insurance. The Census Bureau recently reported that nearly 50 million Americans are now without health care coverage, the most in 20 years.
The prices that I've heard that have been quoted to me, it'd take 2 jobs to cover insurance for that one 19-year-old child I have.
One injury or sickness and a trip to the emergency room can leave an uninsured family financially crippled for years.
She has to go full-time to even qualify for the insurance at her job. It's nothing like it was before. Nothing's the same. And I understand everything has to change, but this is tough.
If you'd like more information on poverty in Nebraska, including statistics by county, log on to ers.usda.gov. Click State Facts on the right-hand side.
Remember back in 2009 when George Clooney was in town filming the movie Up in the Air? Even though the film is set in Omaha, the film crew only spent 2 days filming here. Nebraska is one of the last remaining states that has no tax incentives for filmmakers, but New Jersey is wishing they didn't offer any tax incentives. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie cut over $400,000 in tax credits for MTV's Jersey Shore. Governor Christie says the program does nothing more than perpetuate misconceptions about the state and its citizens.
If you filled up your car on gas this week, maybe you noticed your wallet didn't take as much of a hit. Gas prices peaked at a high of $3.79 several weeks ago due to a rainstorm flooding the Magellan Tank Farm. Without the tank farm, certain fuel blends were not available, and fuel distributors had to travel farther to deliver certain fuel blends. Since then, the price of gas has fallen as low as $3.30 or even lower at various stations throughout the metro. If you're looking to visit the Omaha Farmers Market, time is running out. As the summer season ends and fall approaches, we're also nearing the end of the season for farmers markets. Jacob York has the story.
Here at the Omaha Farmers Market, you can enjoy great food, great music, and a great atmosphere. The Omaha Farmers Market is an enjoyable event for all, for veteran market goers and for newcomers. Andy gives his account of his first time at the Omaha Farmers Market.
Oh, it's great to come on here and, just smell all the fresh food around and then the music playing in the background and just all the people gathered, just walking around. It just makes for a really great experience.
The end of the Omaha Farmers Market is coming up in a few weeks, and Mike Von Way of Von Way Farms gives his insight on the busy times of year for the Omaha Farmers Market.
It's really hit and miss. When the weather is beautiful, people like to come outside and see what everybody's got available. When the weather's not so beautiful, people stay inside, but always the beginning of the year there's a big crowd. And even now I think there's a good-sized crowd too.
What exactly is it that you can enjoy on a trip?
Oh, it's great. It's great to be able to come down here and check out all the local grown produce and see what Omaha has to offer around and all the local farms, and it's great to come out and get fresh food.
So if you find yourself looking for a fun place to visit in the next few weeks, visit the Omaha Farmers Market while you can.
And be sure to come to both of these Omaha Farmers Market locations, one at 10th and Jackson in the Old Market, and the other at 67th and Center at Exarban Village. Be sure to get here before time runs out on October 16th. For the Omaha News, I'm Jacob York.
To get more info about the Omaha Farmers Market, visit their website at omahafarmersmarket.org. The location in the Old Market is open on Saturday mornings, while the Exarban Village location is open on Sunday mornings. Both farmers markets will close down for the winter on October 16th.
A university in California recently held a controversial bake sale with a very important message. The campus Republicans at UC Berkeley sold baked goods at prices determined by the buyer's gender and race. Caucasians could buy baked goods for $2, Asians for $1.50, and so on. Women received a 25-cent discount. This pricing system was seen as a ranking of races. The students were protesting different students receiving different treatment in college admissions depending on their race. The sale sold every last one of their cupcakes. There's much more waiting for you on today's edition of the Omaha News. After the break, an Omaha museum is invaded by dinosaurs, mammoths, and other prehistoric creatures. We'll show you where to find them.
Also, a man journeys across the nation to run a marathon in each state. He dropped by Omaha so he could finally scratch Nebraska off his list. Stick around and you'll get to meet him and see how far he's come. You're watching the Omaha News.
Something wasn't right.
Were they lying to the public?
There was a bigger story here than just a plane crash.
It's become the symbol of everything that's wrong with the industry.
My kid got 6 vaccines in one day and he regressed.
Not only are those children who aren't vaccinated at risk, but those who can't be vaccinated are at risk.
Nobody really knew what was going on. What was it in this market that had to be hidden?
I spent millions of dollars in cash, bribing government officials.
People in power do not like the investigation to come too close to them.
You never hear these stories.
Most local television news only gives you brief headlines about issues that may be important to you. But for more than 10 years, only one program has remained dedicated to examining all the information about issues that really matter to Nebraskans. I'm Kathy Wyatt, and it's my privilege to present those issues for your consideration. Join me on the campus of UNO in a program we call Consider This, every week on NET1.
UNO Television.
Students work with professionals who have all kinds of experience in the industry.
Lights, camera, action. Literally.
Get paid while you learn more about the TV business.
Work on all kinds of productions.
My friends who worked on TV crew last semester are now working part-time at local stations.
Working on TV crew is a great experience.
UNO Television. Student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
Welcome back to the Omaha News. We're glad you're with us. I'm Dustin Kocha.
And I'm Jessica Ritchie. Saber-toothed tigers, woolly mammoths, and the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. What are they doing in Omaha? Reporter Josh Buda is live in the newsroom with the answer. Josh?
Thanks, Jessica. Well, if you're looking for a fun place to take the kids this weekend, why not take them back to the prehistoric era?
The Omaha Children's Museum is venturing back to the land before time when dinosaurs roamed the earth. In their newest exhibit, Dinosaurs Dawn of the Ice Age.
Dinosaurs Dawn of the Ice Age is Omaha Children's Museum's newest traveling exhibit, and it features
a huge herd of robotic dinosaurs and Ice Age mammals. We have everything from the very sweet Apatosaurus and Maiasaura and her nest of baby dinosaurs to the very ferocious T-Rex.
And Dinosaurs Dawn of the Ice Age also features a paleo camp where children can dig up fossils, creating a paleontologist adventure for the whole family.
I think it's great. I love all the mechanical animals, and you get to experience what it would be like back in the Ice Age.
And for many children, this is the first time they'll get to see these prehistoric creatures up close.
I like it because some dinosaurs I have never seen. We haven't seen dinosaurs, so it's kind of cool to learn about them and how they were like.
I really liked them, and I really wanted to see them in real life, but now I do.
Josh, this exhibit looks like a lot of fun. How long will it be available?
Well, the exhibit has been around since May of this year, but that doesn't mean it's close to being done and over with. Dinosaurs Dawn of the Ice Age will be at the Omaha Children's Museum until January of next year.
So Josh, how much will it cost for those wanting to check out the dinosaurs?
Well, as always at the museum, members will get in free. Otherwise, it's $10 per person. And if you decide to bring along a child that's under 2 years old, they will get in for free as well.
Great. Thanks, Josh. If you want more information about this and any other exhibits or events, including hours of operation at the Omaha Children's Museum, visit their website at ocm.org.
Just over 4,000 runners participated in the 36th annual Omaha Marathon this past weekend. The race covered a 26-mile loop that passed the Henry Doorly Zoo, the Storrs Expressway, and Carter Lake. But this year's race was a little different than it's been in the past.
We had to change it this year from the Lewis and Clark Landing due to the flooding, and so we moved it here to the TD Ameritrade Park, and it turned out really, really well.
In addition to the full marathon, participants could run a 1/2 marathon or 10K. Marine Corps recruiters were on hand to deliver over 5,000 gallons of water and to reward participants at the finish line with glass medallions made by the Crystal Forge.
Running even one marathon is a huge accomplishment, but imagine trying to finish 51, one in each state and the District of Columbia. I caught up with one runner who is trying to do just that. To say H. Francis Bush is an avid runner is an understatement.
It's kind of like an addiction.
He started advising the Marathon Club at the Virginia Military Institute in 1995, but soon decided he needed a bigger challenge.
There are these internet clubs that motivate running one in every state or one in every continent. So I joined the club called 50/50 DC, and there are 51 marathons including DC.
Bush began running up to 6 marathons in a year to meet his goal. Each one has its own special stories and memories.
The New York City Marathon, and it's a big marathon, but this was right after 9/11. New York was still grieving, so you had these spontaneous memorials that were all over the city. Disney, of course, is probably the most fun. I didn't have a really fast time there, but you are always running someplace. You know, you're going to Epcot, you're going to the Magic Kingdom. You are the street entertainment that day. Here's the Baton Death March. They have a receiving line of vets from the Baton Death March who are actually still living. But this is really my prized possession. This is Boston. It is like running through a 26-mile tailgate party. And everybody's cheering, and the best support of all the races I've done. And then we have a new page right here.
A page left for number 40, the 36th annual Omaha Marathon. 40 down, 11 to go. Bush ran the Omaha Marathon in 5 hours and 12 minutes. He's planning his last marathon for 2015 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He tells me that his wife, kids, and in-laws will be waiting at the finish line.
If you think running a 26-mile marathon is hard, try swimming 103 miles from Cuba to Florida. That's what endurance swimmer Diane Nyad attempted to do last week. She made it 82 of the 103 miles before she encountered jellyfish. The stings from the jellyfish released toxins that temporarily paralyzed her and caused shortness of breath. This was her third attempt at the crossing. She does not plan to try the journey a fourth time. Coming up, we take a look at UNO men's soccer, a new sport this year, included with Mavericks' move to Division I. We'll talk to reporter Drew Schwartz about the team, as well as other Maverick sports joining new conferences.
Also, we have your quick look at what's making headlines across the nation and around the world. You're watching the Omaha News.
And your mind. Enlightens your mind. Inspires your mind. Educates your mind. Entertains your mind. NET Television opens up new worlds to you. Explore, travel, learn, discuss, debate. NET Television keeps you informed. Music, theater, dance, art, news. NET Television awakens your dreams, seeks to serve, strengthens our communities. We are Nebraskans. We are NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
Breathtaking. Electrifying. Inspiring. Award-winning documentaries produced by UNO Television offer you a window on the history of Omaha and the world. Beginning with the acclaimed 2-hour documentary on the history of Omaha, If These Walls Could Speak, UNO Television has developed a reputation for producing high-quality programs that explore, educate, and enlighten. These outstanding productions can be part of your home video collection. For information about purchasing VHS or DVD copies, call 554-2516 or visit our website at unotv.unomaha.edu.
Tune in to Big Red Wrap-Up each week for Husker football analysis and insights. Tuesday night at 7 Central Time, only on NET1 and NET HD, Nebraska's home for sports.
You're watching the Omaha News.
Welcome back to the Omaha News. We're glad you could join us. I'm Dustin Kocha.
And I'm Jessica Ritchie. So far, so good for the Creighton Blue Jays soccer team. The Blue Jays men's soccer team is off to a hot 8-0 start and is ranked second in the nation.
What's even more impressive is that even against top 25 ranked teams, the Jays have yet to allow a goal against them in any regular season match so far. They continue their season this week with games at Maryland, Wisconsin, and Indiana. The move to Division I presents many challenges to UNO athletics. One of those challenges is having to play on the road most of the season. Drew Schwartz was at a rare home game for the men's soccer team last Friday.
Werner Park played host to a rare home game for the UNO men's soccer team last Friday night. The match against Mercer was rare in more ways than one. It was unique because the game was played in a baseball stadium on a shortened and more narrow field than normal.
It's a tough place to play. A lot of free kicks, as you saw, a lot of long throw-ins, but you have to battle and you have to scrap, and I think at least our guys did that. They did such a great job here. The grass is beautiful, and Werner Park did a great job staffing this event, so we're excited to be able to have this opportunity.
The match was also rare because it took place in Omaha, and as is the case with all sports except hockey, there are very few home games this year in UNO athletics. It's been tough to draw opponents to come play at UNO when the game has no postseason impact. The Mavericks won't be eligible to compete for championships until 2015. Even in defeat, coaches and players alike welcomed the chance to play at home.
I don't think they enjoyed the result, but I think once they look back, not now, but sure, in 3-4 days, and yeah, they had some great fans there, and the grass was fast, and it was nice, and under the lights. So
it was great. I mean, we had a great showing on our first home game, and then tonight it was even better to play under the lights, so it was a great feeling.
For those hoping to catch the Maverick soccer team in action this season, you'll have one last opportunity. The Mavs play at their field at Chili Greens on October 14th against Fort Hays State at 3 p.m. After that, you'll either have to hit the road or wait until next year. Well, we have reporter Drew Schwartz here on scene who covered the last story. Drew gave us a great look at the UNO soccer team. Drew, now that the team has moved to the Summit League, have they played any of their conference foes yet?
Well, so far the Mavericks have played 6 games, but only 2 of those have come against Summit League opponents. The Mavs beat UMKC, but lost to IPFW. They have one more game against the Summit League team, and that's on October 2nd at Oral Roberts.
Drew, what does moving to the Summit League mean for UNO and the teams that we've already had here at the university?
Well, it really opens a lot of doors for the program. It basically gives these sports a chance to win a Division I national championship and compete in the big time. For example, if the men's basketball team wins the Summit League tournament, they gain an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament in March. The same scenario applies in women's basketball as well. The move to Division I also gives UNO baseball and softball the opportunity to play in their respective college World Series tournaments. It's now possible for UNO to play as somewhat of a home team favorite in the CWS in June should they advance that far. Hockey has already been competing Division I, so they don't have any changes due to the move.
Drew, you mentioned hockey here. They're also moving to a new league too. What else do you have on that?
Right, that's kind of a move that they didn't necessarily choose to do on their own, but it was forced when Penn State switched, or they decided to start their own conference, their own team. Since so many Big Ten schools had hockey programs, they decided to split off and join the other conference schools in a Big Ten hockey league. As a result, Big Ten schools leaving conferences like CCHA and the WCHA left these conferences a little low in numbers. Some members of each conference split apart to create a new hockey conference known as the National Collegiate Hockey Conference. UNO is one of 8 charter members of this new conference. 6 of those 8 teams made the NCAA tournament last year. UNO is joined by schools like North Dakota, Colorado College, Miami, Ohio University, and others. The Mavs are set to join this conference in 2012. They have 1 season left in the WCHA.
Well, we're on the topic of hockey. When do they start their season officially?
Actually, it's really quick now. The wait is over this Saturday as the Mavs celebrate homecoming with a game against the University of British Columbia. UNO is ranked number 14 in the nation to start the season.
Sounds great, Drew. Thanks for stopping on by set and being with us. If you'd like more information on soccer, hockey, or any other UNO sport, log on to omavs.com for schedules, scores, and other information about the Mavs.
The Nebraska Cornhuskers are gearing up for what looks to be one of their biggest games in recent history. The Huskers head to Madison, Wisconsin, ranked 8th in the nation, trailing their opponents who are ranked 7th. This game is the Huskers' first game against a Big Ten opponent as official members of the Big Ten. If you're looking to head to the game, you're going to have to shell out some serious cash. The lowest ticket price on StubHub.com was $190 and is bound to go up. Coming up, a look at national and international stories affecting us here at home and abroad. Journalists in Mexico are finding their lives in danger due to their comments on social media sites. Why? We'll tell you after the break.
This is the Omaha News.
NPR News during the day and cool jazz at night on NET Radio's new channel, HD2. You can listen online anytime, anywhere, on our website, netnebraska.org/radio. In the Lincoln area, you can also listen over the air using an HD radio. Find out more about this new jazz and news service from NET Radio on the web, netnebraska.org/radio.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vehicles now going supersonic.
When you want to go above,
it was something new,
or reach beyond.
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic.
When you want to peer inside,
there's something wrong here. This isn't normal.
It would seem almost impossible, or push the limit.
Large tornado! It's humongous! We need to get out now!
When you want to dive deep.
These divers are like astronauts.
Our human nature is to push into places that we don't know about.
Or go to the edge.
There are other worlds out there.
We don't know exactly what we're going to find.
When you want to find new frontiers.
I was truly astonished.
You just don't ever know.
Nova.
Hi, I'm Meshach Taylor, actor and public television supporter, encouraging you to become a fan of UNO Television. Located on the University of Nebraska at Omaha campus, UNO Television is a unit of the College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media. Student crew members are trained and placed in broadcasting positions that give them real-world experience. Many students move seamlessly into jobs within the local television market. UNO Television, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
Welcome back to the Omaha News. Well, if you worry that someone might see something embarrassing about you on Facebook, it's nothing compared to what social media users in Mexico have to worry about. This week, Maria Macias, the editor of a daily newspaper in Nuevo Laredo, was decapitated by a drug gang who was upset about what she had written about them on social media websites. Unfortunately, this isn't the first killing. 2 others were found mutilated, hanging from a bridge, also for posting negative things about drug cartel activities.
If you're worried about your teenager getting into alcohol, you should also watch what relationships they're getting into. A new study suggests that teenagers pick up the habits of their significant other and may make a compromise. For example, if your daughter doesn't drink at all, yet the boy she's dating drinks often, it's likely the boy will drink less and the girl will give drinking a chance. Why? Researchers say it's because relationships create an indirect sense of peer pressure.
If you're waiting to get a new cell phone until the new iPhone 5 comes out, it looks like your wait is just about over. Apple has announced they will be holding a press event at its headquarters in Cupertino, California on October 4th. Rumors and speculation have been flying around all year, but it's expected that the new iPhone will have a new design, longer battery life, and will be available on Sprint for the first time. There are also rumors circulating that Apple will be cutting its iPod Shuffle and iPod Classic while adding 3G capabilities to the iPod Touch.
Thanks again for choosing the Omaha News. If you're looking for more, check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Omaha News or search the Omaha News on Facebook.
While you're there, you can check out the news stories our reporters covered, submit story ideas, or give us feedback. We'd love to hear from you. From all of us here at the Omaha News and UNO Television, have a good night.
This is what we cover
on Need to Know.
This isn't just a Mexican problem. This is a joint problem.
The idea that the future could be better than the present.
I'm humming my own discontent.
I've been mocked because I'm a, quote, creationist.
This is not a boom or bust industry. This is a renewable resource.
Your job as an investigative reporter is to get information to people who need it.
This is an extraordinary event that calls for extraordinary measures.
Friday night at 8:30 Central Time on NET1.
Most local television news only gives you brief headlines about issues that may be important to you. But for more than 10 years, only one program has remained dedicated to examining all the information about issues that really matter to Nebraskans. I'm Kathy Wyatt, and it's my privilege to present those issues for your consideration. Join me on the campus of UNO in a program we call Consider This, every week on NET1.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is where you'll find unlimited possibilities. At UNO, our 15,000 students are learning what they need to know to join the workforce of tomorrow. With 200 programs, students participate in innovative academics and are engaged in dynamic campus and community life. The University of Nebraska at Omaha. Step up to the metropolitan advantage at bmav.com.